Chris Trott here with Team TaylorMade. I have three fine athletes in front of me, Charley Hull, Harry Higgs, and of course, Mr. Sergio Garcia. This is the attack zone. It plays right into Sergio's wheelhouse. One of the best players in the world from 100 to 125 yards. He's had a little practice shot. As you can see, he's tucked it quite close. I'm going to hand it over to him. He can talk us through what he does from this. Serge is playing from this spot, 117, 121.
Yeah, well, here we have, thanks. Hopefully I'll be able to hit the green.
Hopefully you can build up for that.
I like your chances, Sergio. I like your chances.
But yeah, here we have a little bit of a downhill side hit lie with a left to right. Feels like a little bit of help right now. So, I mean, obviously this wind is going to make it a little bit tougher, but you know, at the end of the day, distance control is the most important thing in this kind of condition. So I'm going to be hitting the 52.
Which Higgsy pulled us up on that just off camera. Yeah. You only carry 3 wedges, right?
Yeah, always. I've always, my whole career, I've always played with 3 wedges. I don't know, I was never a fan of 60. So I've always liked 58, 52 and pitching wedge. And I always felt like with a 58, I could always open it and have a 60. But the way the gaps work for me with this combination was better. So
do you get a lot of in-between yardages?
Yeah, which one's your bad number?
Well, I mean, I think it depends on the firmness of the greens.
Sure.
If the greens get soft, then if I'm 112 or something like that, 115. You know, it's like the 52 might spin a bit too much, so I might have to hit like a little wedge or something like that, or if it's like 102, 103 yards, you know, I might have to hit like a little 52 instead of the 58. So
that's impressive. As a man that's carried 4 wedges for a long time, it's impressive.
That's the way I was brought up and the way I've always done it. And you know, Sebi didn't even he had a 56. That was the most.
He's kind of the exception to all rules. Yeah.
He was good.
So breeze like this, off this down bank, wind, golf ball, what are your thoughts to control that spin here?
Well, right here, the good thing is the wind is kind of helping a little bit. If it was into the wind, then I'll probably have to hit a pitching wedge. But because of that, I don't think it's going to spin too much. So it's going to be like a solid kind of 3/4 52. Try to keep it away from that wind, and you know, see if we can hit it close.
What's 52 go full out?
About 125.
Yeah. So you're probably looking a 112-yard shot, and then give it a little wind.
Yeah.
Give it a little gust. Give it a little push forward.
Yeah.
Show me, Serge.
Should I go?
I think we're all ready.
All right, let's go.
Enough talking, now we do some hitting.
Hopefully I didn't waste my good ball in the practice.
We've still got it up there, we can see it, mate. You got the stats to back up that you got this as well.
Go.
The wind's just knocking it down. Yeah.
I think that.
I don't think that was you, Sergio. I think that was a bit of wind.
I think the wind is kind of switched a little bit.
Yeah.
First one got there easy. All right.
Yeah, we definitely had more down just a second
I feel like the
ago.
caddy would be in trouble at this point, and I'm the one holding the club.
On that second one, yes.
It might be me. I might be getting.
But that stuff, sadly, we can't control, and it's part of this lovely game that we play.
So I just let that dust off my back, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you hold your head high, Trottie. There it is.
Go. Still short.
Looks like it's just hitting it.
Okay, I was going to hit 56 and just hit it hard, but I'm not going to do that now.
Charlie, you get in there, talk to us about it. You said that you don't feel like your game puts you in this position, like you like to be a lot closer with your wedges.
Yeah, I do. I don't usually lay back on par 5s. I'm always getting near the green, which is my advantage. I actually looked at the stats this year. I was leading the Eagles, but I think it's because I'm always down there, and I feel like it just gives me a chance because I'm pretty good inside like 80 yards. But I say inside from definitely 105 yards to about 125 yards, I could get a lot better. because I prefer hitting longer shots in as well. I feel like my
But it'd be
longer
more
irons
like
are key.
par fours where you experience this based on the way they set up the LPGA.
Yeah, I prefer when they play the golf courses longer. That's usually when I play my best. Like the harder the golf course is. Where's the wind? Down off the left?
Well, the
Yes.
wind is no one really knows at this point.
It looks
Yeah.
like it's
Just
pretty
pray.
much left to right.
Yeah.
How far? 115?
Yeah, 117 playing 120.
I guess we got a bit of up too.
Oh, there you go. That's a beauty. Go in.
Don't move, hole.
Ooh.
Lovely.
A little long, but
Lovely.
I'm done with that one.
Lovely.
that's
Charlie the gamer always.
Yeah, he is. It's not shocking.
So look, Higgsy, I have some stats.
Talk to me, Trottie.
I have
Yeah.
some stats, and
Bring out
I
the
want to
numbers.
bring you in,
Yeah.
and I want you to. I mean, we've got these guys
Hold my
with us.
club.
I'll hold your club.
Hold
I can
my
do
club.
that. But what questions? How do you work on this as a player?
I mean,
It's
I'll
not
be
your
honest with you.
forte.
We have, end of year meetings. Coach, my brother, who's also my caddy, and this is a glaring weakness. I have been.
Maybe I'll get in on these meetings.
Well, you can come with your little sheet of paper and everything. You'd be a little underprepared for how prepared they
Okay,
actually
good,
are, but that's
good.
fine. But no, this is I think, the last 2 years I've been right around 200th on tour, which there's maybe 250 guys that want to play. So it's just not very good. This is an area I've struggled with. 100 to 125. And I literally, 2 months ago, before the fall season kind of kicked off and we started playing, I grabbed a bunch of balls, went to different gaps at 100 to 125, and I literally just practiced hitting the green. I putted good enough. I make a ton of birdies, so if I just get the ball on the green a little quicker, in theory, I will do better. My struggle with these shots is really not tactically. It's not that I'm like going at every flag or anything, but I do just go through spurts where I struggle to strike it consistently enough to get the ball to go the appropriate distance. Because here, to have Sergio's stats, you have to strike it consistently enough, be able to control your trajectory enough to get the ball hole high, right? Like, it's hard to miss it right or left from this area for any one of us, but you can miss it long and short, and then you get into some issues. And Sergio's stats would say he's going to hit the ball hole high. He's going to probably hit it within 15, 18 feet at most, and so he has given himself more birdie looks than I have in this area. So it is a understood deficiency. It is being worked on, and hopefully will turn into a strength. And I've also gone through spurts where I've hit a lot of these shots very good. It's just unfortunate that my bad is just not very good at all. And we need to try to eliminate some of the bad. You've given me a pretty good...
But you must be doing something very good other than this.
Sure.
You're playing the way you're playing.
Sure. I mean, I have made up for it in other areas, but as you both know, the more birdie putts you have, a little easier this game can wind up being. And I do not like having 6 feet for par when I'm 120 yards away from the hole.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to deal with it, and you just have to hold that 6 footer, go to the next hole, go to the next hole. Here, Trottie, you've given me a pretty good number. These two fine athletes gave me a decent understanding of the wind and how I'm supposed to hit this. So let's see how we do.
Show us.
Let's see how we do.
Yep.
And now that has been the miss, the short and right.
So, how, as advice then, you got two great players to
Sure.
do. What advice would you give to another fellow tour player in this scenario who's looking to improve a certain area? They know it needs improvement. Obviously, you two great at this, but what would you give? What would be your...
I was actually struggling. Like, it used to be one of the strengths of my game, and then I was struggling it like last year. And all I just done was just working it, like just put cones down and working it, and then you get your confidence up, and
Sure.
then you can either start thinking about holding them. Like, I know it sounds odd, but like that's the kind of mindset that I got into. And like I used to miss them right, a bit skinny and a bit right, and it was because like I didn't used to turn for it properly. So my swing thought now is just keep my right shoulder turning through it, and I've been hitting them right lately.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Look no further. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I mean,
perfect. And like you were saying, contact is important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because with good contact, then you can control your ball flight how you want it,
Sure.
or how you need it, depending on the wind or the situation.
100%. Yeah.
So-
When we're striking it nicely, we can do whatever we
'Cause
want
I
with a golf
find
ball.
I kind of screw up my strikes. Is I don't really like to hit a lot of full wedges. I like to hit
Sure.
like if I had the choices here in a 3/4 sand wedge, 3/4 gap wedge, or a full sand wedge, I'd much rather hit the 3/4 gap wedge. I just find my strike's always a lot better
Yeah.
than trying to.
Yeah, you gotta
That's
move
it,
it, hit
yeah.
it harder, and that
Yeah.
also is going to bring the ball up in the air, and it's going to add more spin.
Yeah, and that's one thing that you can improve by obviously practicing, making sure that you're able to get those things, that good contact, and also at the same time, like we were saying, if the greens are soft, it's very important to be able to hit shots that hit and stop.
Yes.
So unless you really need a lot of spin because the flag is tagged in a spot that you need to hit it past and bring it back a lot, it's difficult to control
Sure.
8, 7, 8, 9, 10 yard spin.
Yeah. Spin
So-
is almost always bringing the ball further away from the hole.
True.
Very rare that you can keep a ball spinning towards the hole.
Yeah. I mean, with that much spin, yes.
Yeah.
So how do you control it then? Get shallower or pick a club that you're not hitting full?
Correct.
Okay.
A club that you want hit full, like
Yeah.
3/4 shot, bring
Yep.
the spin down.
And then golf ball choice for you, does that come into, is that a big thing when you test a new golf ball? Do you start here? Because this is a good point of your game, so will you start in this area?
Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
before you move back there.
Definitely, it's for me here. It'll be important to see the spin and also to see the window where I'm hitting my wedges, making sure that my window is where I want to see them, and it doesn't shoot up too high. I can always hit them high. If I'm able to keep them low, then I know that it's going to
You
work
know,
well.
you've got a good wedge, a good ball.
Yeah.
All right, so Charlie says
Come
keep
on.
my right shoulder turning through it. Sergio just said hit it solid.
Give me a Charlie. Give me a Charlie
Yeah,
swing.
I like my chances. Yeah, the wind got a little
Better.
bit.
We just got it a little bit.
All right, it's
better.
on the green. That's the start. It's on the green. But you see, I mean, pro golfers miss greens with wedges as well.
Unfortunately.
We like to do it. We don't like to do it often. We like to do it very little.
Yeah.
And then Sergio's and I's missed. We can.
Well,
make
we can
four
close
from
out
there
with
and-
Sergio hitting us
Yeah.
a couple of close ones.
Yeah,
Don't
I want to
worry.
watch. I want to watch the strike. It's
All right. Let me hit.
watch and listen to the
Do you
strike.
ever shape against the wind or just go with the wind?
It depends a little bit. For me, I usually like to shape it from the middle of the green towards the flag, both ways. So if the pin is on the right, I'll try to shape it a little. But obviously, if there's wind, then you might have to kind of maneuver that a little bit because, like I don't want to start this ball way too far left, cutting it with the wind. So, so it just depends a little bit on the situation, but. That was better. Still short.
Lovely.
A little short catching that
Yeah.
slope.
The wind's definitely gone more.
The wind's
Cross.
going all over
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we
So
first
look-
come, it was definitely down more.
The wind's going all over the place.
Got a
Sadly.
lot of good tour player excuses coming
Yeah.
out here.
Little
Well,
bit.
this is what happens, especially with wedges and not hitting them close to the hole. It's
I'm
rarely
moving.
our fault.
You can always blame something.
Yeah, baby. Okay, now hit it wind. There it is. Hole high and catch the slope. That's definitely a caddy's fault. You got to get him to get it coming down just right.
I'm just going to let him keep pulling balls
Yeah.
until he gets
Come
one
on.
super tight.
I want to hear the strike. I mean, it's
Come on,
It's
Very
consistent.
crisp, very
it is
clean.
consistent, I'll give
Yeah.
you that.
I
Narrow
start-
stance, Sergio, I know it's never
Yeah, I've always had
always the
a bit of a
icy.
narrow stand, yeah. A little thin, but might work. Consistently catching that slope.
Yeah. Who cut this hole in this spot today, Trottie?
All right.
I'll take the blame.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
greenkeeper isn't here, so
yeah.
I'll take it. So you'd never look at flying this past. Isn't there a slope behind it?
Well, it looks like it runs away behind it as
Yeah.
well. It looks like we're literally trying to hit this on a shelf.
Strike.
Yeah.
Okay, now if that doesn't stay there, then this is impossible.
Just
Okay, best look. But you see that, I mean, you see his strike. Charlie was 1 for 1, struck it beautifully,
Walked
held
off.
the wind.
Smart
Yeah, walk
play.
off. That's what I am working to achieve, is that consistency in strike. Sergio's balls all came out of the same window. You know, there was a couple wind gusts here and there. Even my first one was not great, and it was a little lower and right. The second one was better, but it also got up in the air a little bit more and drifted on the wind. So you see the difference. Stats show this man strikes it just about the exact same every time, out of the same window. I have certainly gone through moments where I do that same thing. I need to work to be doing it as consistently as he does it, and clearly Charlie does it all the time. She was 1 for 1, and that was that.
I think
One hit,
this
one
shows it
foul.
as well, right? Look at how consistent that is.
Sure,
in
yeah.
depth. Good stuff. Always pick up something. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very
Cheers.
much.
thank you.